Now, if you really want it, this is how you make an avoidant ex to come back. First of all, you must understand that the space is very important when you're dealing with an avoidant person. They need that space, they need time to process each and everything. That is how you must understand to deal with an avoidant so that they can make the right decision. So that when they say, I want you back, or when they come back, it will be due to something they've thought of. And if they have thought about it, it helps you to be at a point where when they come back, they know that they are not meant to play around this time around because they might never ever get to have you back. So give them space to think, to process, and then to decide completely. Okay? Secondly, make it the point that with an avoidant, you need patience. Okay? The moment you rush that within 2 months, then you are out. Because if it takes longer, you won't be able to bear it. The best way to move on, my personal advice is that listen, in everything, in every person, give them that enough space where you be like, if they come back, yes, I have an open heart, I do want them back, but in the meantime, now that they still away, let me let them do what they do. In the meantime, also myself on a personal level, if I am to see an open door where I can find better love, I will take it. But if by the time they come back I have not also moved on, that is when I'm gonna take them back. So you see what it does. Of course you're wondering, you're wishing they come back, but also on the other hand you are moving on. So this will push you and help and enable you to be at a point where even if they take longer, it won't bother you. And for that matter, you might find that during that time, when now it's been 3 months or 4 months, you're already healing. And sometimes it will put you to that point where I'm gonna share with you the last one. Okay, pause here with this. It will put you into a point where I will finish it up. Okay, let's go to the third one. Remember, with an avoidant, if you want them to come back, that surely you want them to regret, make it a point that you be improving on yourself. Every ex, never go back to the person whom after they have left them is either they still the same or they've become worse. So, but the person whom after they have left has even improved. Listen, no matter who you are, even man, even if he has slept with that woman like 1,000 times, if he is to bump into her and she looks even much better than how he left her, it's like the attraction rebuilds to the point where a man will just feel like, can I ask her back? I just wanna experiment there for the final time. Oh, she looks, you get what I mean? To show you, had she been worse, you'd be like, oh, look, now she's, hey, you get what I mean? So that's the case. Even on a man, if he is to improve, let's just take a lady left him while he was not even having a car. After she left, next thing he has a car. What will happen? Now she will regret. She will now want to feel like I should have stayed. Oh, now it seems like it's doing better. Oh, you get what I mean? So improve on yourself, because that is how you become more attractive to the point where an ex will eventually even get to regret. Okay, and is it the fourth? Okay, I think it's this the fourth one. Yes. Now the fourth one is, make it a point that when you communicate with them, if you are communicating for that matter, keep it neutral as possible. Avoid actually as much as possible. But then if you happen to be at a point where it cannot really be ignored, make sure that your communication is neutral. It does not show anger, it does not show excitement. Talk to them like you would any other person. If you need to laugh, laugh. If you need to, it does not need you to laugh. No. If it does not need you to overdo things, don't, just be neutral as possible. Okay. And the fifth one is, most preferably, it opposes the previous one, but it would even have help better to keep no contact as best as possible. Hence, in the previous one, I said, unless, if only you have to, surely, definitely, unavoidably so, communicate. So, but keeping no contact is even best, because when you are contacting each other, there are so many things that is validating them at a time. Sometimes you might mess up, sometimes you might lash out, sometimes you might give off the thing that you still want them, and in that time they know they still have you. they will take their time. But with the moment you are quiet, it gives them a room to wonder about a lot of things, to the extent where sometimes they'll be like, you know what, let me quickly reach out. What if they end up finding someone new? What if I never get another chance? And what if they've lost interest? Let me just reach out to prove whether I could still have a chance with them. So no contact can open better opportunities than when you keep following them around. Okay, and speaking about following them around, let's go to the sixth one. Is make it a point. Make it a point. You don't act desperate. You don't be begging. Because when you're doing such, to a person who is separated with you, to an ex, there is a reason why you guys are no longer together. And so the more you are after them, it's like they have another world which they still want to experiment. If you know the Bible speaks about the prodigal son. He left his father to enjoy his wealth, and the money ran out on his own. There came a time he came back to his senses and he was like, you know what, now that I don't have money, I'm even eating with pigs now. My life was better off with my father. Look at even the servants of my father, they eat better. Better even I go back, even if I'm treated as a servant, it would be better than how I'm living right now. And that is how the prodigal son went back to his father, and he was welcomed back. So even exes, your partners, they behave in such a manner. They need to have that thing where they realize the grass is never greener. So when you give them that space, it gives them a room to check what they really want. And remember what I promised you. I said the final one is on the second one when I was explaining. Listen, during that time when you are recovering, right? Maybe 3 months, you're not talking, or 4 months, it gives you a chance to even move on. Now I'm continuing from the one I'm saying, what I tell you. So yes, the final one is this. It is important that you take time to check that whether that relationship was worth it in the first place. Okay? Because during that time when you are not talking and stuff, you might even get to a point where you move on, you feel happier, you realize that it was not even worth it, and you will get to move on with ease to an extent that even if they are to reach out, you'll just feel like, you know what, this is not worth it, I don't want them back. You get what I mean? But if you still want to, you'll say, okay, let me just see. Let me just not attach this time around. So it is important to evaluate. Some things, sometimes we just cry for them, but when we are honest with ourselves, we realize that this is not worth it. And that is how we easily get to quickly move on. So of course, that is how to get your avoidant ex back. Hope this was helpful. I have more videos like this. Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to book a consultation. My details on the comment section below. See you next time.